Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you have not like and subscribe the channel, please like and subscribe the channel. This is the place where you can learn Microsoft Intune. Today in this video, I am going to share you how you can prepare the Windows Autopilot devices for enrolling into Microsoft Intune. So I will gonna take us some deep dive to in the Microsoft Intune to how you can set up the Windows Autopilot devices, whether it's in hybrid mode or fully intra-cloud, right? Because this Windows Autopilot device preparation is a next generation provisioning solution, right? Designed by the IT, and this is this is actually it will help you to simplify the simplify the Windows enrollment into Intune, right? So as you can see on my screen, I will also show you how you can create the Windows Autopilot profile, what other things you have to do to enroll your devices, Windows devices, and manage, right? So but just quickly show you this article, which is actually it's already written by the Microsoft, so I don't have to explain. You can always go and read this article. I will put this in our link descriptions as well, video descriptions as well, so that you can read. It will not take more than 10 minutes, right? So I'm not going to read this article. I'll just briefly explain about some of the important points uh, which I understand from this article as well, right? So as you know, this Windows Autopilot device preparation, it's simplify and secure the process, right? So helping being as a Intune admin or IT admin deliver the ready to go devices with the minimal touch. So minimal touch means autopilot, right? So it as soon as you purchase the devices directly from Apple or HP or Microsoft Surface Pro, you can directly deliver to your end users, and as soon as the user unlock their Windows machine, Windows laptop, the devices will get enrolled into Intune, right? So similar like zero out of box enrollment, like for iOS devices or iPad, like through earlier we called as a device enrollment program, right? So you may be familiar if you are managing Windows devices, and for Samsung Knox enrollment, like, or you can do a zero touch enrollment on Android as well. So it's similar to that, but it's like it's for Windows devices, right? So let's understand the what you need to, being as an IT admin, what you need to prepare for the Windows pilot autopilot provisioning, right? And how it will help you being as IT admin or any organizations to automate the device setup, so that it will not take your more the time. The IT admin can save their time, and also at the same time this autopilot device preparation improvement introduced the significant improvement in consistency, real-time visibility, and flexibility of the device management. So these are the key benefits for Windows Autopilot devices. As you can say, these are the four main key benefits. The first is a simpler setup. Let's zoom a little bit so that you can read it, right? The simpler setup means what? You can configure the single device provisioning policy that include both Windows deployment configuration and out of box settings, as I mentioned, and it is the consistent and reliable provisioning experience. So Windows Autopilot device preparation remove most of the complexity and unpredictability from the device deployments, ensuring better workload conditions coordinations. The third one is enrollment timing group. So it will allow us, or being as IT admin, to granular targeting of unregistered devices, which will reduce the complexity of dynamic group management and latency, and it also avoids conflict due to the group membership calculations during provisioning. And the last one is the real-time reporting, which we always love to see being as an IT admin organizations. So being as an IT admin, we can review the detailed status of each configuration app or script, in addition to overall status, speeding up the issue resolution and unblocking the user productivity. So during the provisioning, you can see where actually it's failing, how much time it's taking to provision. All these can be fine-tuned in the script as well. So as a preparation, right, many organization or IT admin or customers wonder when they should use Windows Autopilot, right? You may be also thinking about when we should use the Windows Autopilot feature, and what are the things required to start the Windows Autopilot device preparation with Intune. The key difference is in their supported provisioning mode of requirement, right? So you see there is a two: Windows Autopilot and Windows Autopilot device preparation. So what is this? So you may be confused, right? Windows Autopilot and device preparation. You can read it, understand it, and let me know. I don't want to read this one for you. Just go and read it. But if you want to just to understand the detailed comparison between what is this one Windows Autopilot device preparation and the difference between, you can see here by feature wise and also the supported modes, right? So you can see the major the Windows Autopilot has the user-driven pre-provision self-deployment existing devices. This has also intra-join and hybrid join. This is only intra-join. So these are the device registration is required. Here it's not required. So you can see all these the difference between these and which solution you want to use. You can see here, right? So all these features are available, what are the things it's supported or not supported, and you can read all three. So so the use cases is like the use of Autopilot devices. First we understand the differences. You can go through that article as I have shown you the difference, understand the difference between Windows Autopilot device preparation and Windows Autopilot, and then you can require. So when you, like being as organizations, like when you use the Windows Autopilot, first understand if your organization require pre-provisioning device prepared by the technician or self-deploying, then you should use Autopilot. If your organization require Windows Autopilot registration or feature it's provides, such as like hiding OOB pages, renaming device before enrollment, and the device firmware configuration, then you should use the Windows Autopilot. But if you haven't deployed the Windows Autopilot before or looking to simplify your deployment process, then you just use the Windows Autopilot device preparation, and here you can read all these things, right? Let's understand the device preparation flow, which is actually key to leverage this method effectively. So it's already explained in step by steps, right? So I don't have to read. You just have a look on this and understand, right? The overview is all mentioned. You can read in the first step what is going to happen, physical and everything in the detail. So if you are new, you must read thoroughly this, right? Because just watching the video and listening to us, you're not gonna help, right? If you want to learn something real, you have to go through read this article very thoroughly. uh, there are some best practices also mentioned. I don't want to go, and there is some common issue in troubleshooting tips as well, right? You can always go and see here the some enrollment failure and the script issue as well. They have Microsoft has reported, but I don't understand if they already know some of these common issue. They can actually fix this one. But so at the conclusion, right? So this device preparation is significant evolution in Windows device provisioning. Device provisioning in offering IT admin and predictable, flexible, and transparent deployment framework, which is provided by the Microsoft. So you must read and adopt to reduce or minimize the deployment headache for your IT team or organization, and ensure that your end user can provision their devices and become productively as soon as you deliver their devices to them. So now let's go to the Intune, and I'll just quickly show you where you can create the Windows Autopilot. There are some pre-requirement if you looking for hybrid join, but if you directly go for Entra, then there is no there is not much you have to do. But if you are looking for only intra join, that will be quick, easy. But if you're looking for hybrid, then of course you have to install some connector, and you have to connect with your Active Directory and domain controller as well. So since we are talking about Windows devices, you can see here, you go to the enrollment, and you see here there are some of these pre-requirement you have to configure, and here you see Windows Autopilot device preparation here, right? So what you have to do, you have to create, and you see there is a two, right? There is a two. One is Windows Autopilot and Windows device Autopilot device preparation. So this Windows Autopilot device preparation is to streamline configuration, reporting, and troubleshooting, and this is for Windows onboarding out of box experience. So if you click on this policy preparation and click, there is a two, right? User driven and automatic. This is automatic is still in preview mode, and this is in user driven mode, right? If you click on preview and you see all these things here, right? Windows Autopilot, you can read the benefits, right? And what you will need to do to continue. Let's click on next. You can give name, right? Just simply suppose I am giving Windows Autopilot prep, right? You can give any name, and then select the groups, right? So suppose I don't have the group, I'm selecting one of the groups, right? It should be intra ID security groups. And then configuration setting, you want to add some of the configurations, you can add it. You can select some of these applications, and I think up to 100 application you can select. Script you can select, and then scopes you can define and save it. So it's very simple. You just within few seconds you can create this policy. But if you go to this deployment profile and create Windows Autopilot deployment profile, then you create Windows Autopilot, right? This is profile. You want to convert all the devices to Autopilot. I don't want to convert. Click next. Here you can select self-deploying and user-driven. You want to deploy self-deploy, then Microsoft Intra join automatically. If it's select the user-driven, you will see hybrid and Intra, right? So if you are going for hybrid, you need a Intune connector as well. I will show you where you can configure and download the connector. Those are the pre-requirement, but just to show you, you can do it here, like, and this is the Windows Autopilot profile. So if you go to the tenant administrations, there are pre-requirement. I have already made so many videos about this if you are going for hybrid, but I would require you to not go for hybrid, but until it's required, right? Better go for Microsoft Intra, and you see here Windows Autopilot deployment profile, Intune connector for Active Directory. If you want to configure hybrid Azure Ready Join, you have to download this on premise. You need a server, whether a virtual or physical server, and better go for the virtual server and download this on premise connector, install it. You need a domain controller admins to install that connector. You need a service account. All this video I have already made in the past, so I don't want to go through. You have to install the connectors, and once you install the connector on your virtual server, then it will get added here and it will make some, but you, there are many pre-requirements. You have to open the firewall and everything. I have already made so many videos, and after that you can create a enrollment deployment profile and enrollment status page and go for the, if you are going for hybrid or intra. But I would prefer you to configure the devices for initial provisioning so that you can deploy some of these application script, and that will be very quick and easy for you. So I hope you understand, and unfortunately I cannot show you how to install those connector, provision it, everything. You can do it from your end. You have to also put some effort. It's not like I can show you and everything in one video. It will be very longer, maybe 1 or 2 hours. uh, but you can try, you know, at least how to do, how, from where we can start, or how to start from the Intune if you are looking to manage the Windows devices in hybrid or fully intra mode. But don't forget to understand and read the difference between and compare between Windows Autopilot device preparation and Windows Autopilot. These are two different things, and you see that the features are clearly mentioned here, and what are the things are you have to configure it, right? So I hope you learn something new. I understand this is the initial, but if you still want to understand more into detail, you can always search the video how to prepare, how you can install the connector for hybrid join and configure ESP page and everything. I have already made video, but this is just a high level. Some people may say that it's time wasting video, you are just reading the article. I'm not reading article. A few of the just point I want to explain it, so that if you are new to this Microsoft Intune, you at least understand and know from where you can start. It's not a deep dive, of course. A deep dive already made video in the past, but this is just showing if you are new. I hope you learn something new. Don't forget and like and subscribe with your friends and family. Thank you. Bye bye.